October 2009. A quiet sheriff's station on the edge of Malibu Canyon. A young woman walks out alone into complete darkness. No car, no phone, no wallet, and no one to protect her. Minutes later, she vanishes. This is the chilling final night of Mitrice Richardson. A disappearance many believe didn't have to happen. On September 16, 2009, 24-year-old Mitrice Richardson drove to Malibu for a simple night out. A beautiful, bright psychology graduate with a warm smile and a life full of plans. But at Jeffrey's restaurant, witnesses noticed something unusual. Mitrice wasn't acting like herself. She talked about strange cosmic messages, laughed at things no one else saw, and mentioned being connected to the universe. When her bill came, she couldn't pay it. Police were called, and that moment set off a chain of events that can never be undone. Officers arrived and decided to take her into custody. Inside the Lost Hills Sheriff's Station, they described her behavior as odd, strange, confusing. But despite her mental state, despite her family begging them by phone not to release her, despite Mitrice having no transportation, no phone, and nowhere to go, the deputies made a decision that would haunt this case forever. They released her. Outside. After midnight. Into pitch-black wilderness. 12:28 a.m. That was the last confirmed moment anyone saw Mitrice alive. Hours before her release, Mitrice's mother called the station and said, "Do not let her walk out of there in the middle of the night." She even told them, "If anything happens to my daughter, I will hold you responsible." But none of that mattered. Mitrice stepped into the dark with no belongings, no protection, and no idea where she was. Minutes later, she disappeared into the Malibu Canyons. Morning came, and with it, panic. Search teams spread across the rugged terrain. Helicopters scanned cliffs and ravines. Tracking dogs traced a faint trail leading into the hills. And then suddenly, the scent stopped, like she had vanished into thin air. For months, her family searched relentlessly, handing out flyers, begging for answers, demanding accountability. But nothing moved. No clues. No evidence. No sign of Mitrice. 11 months later, hikers made a horrifying discovery deep inside an isolated ravine. They found human remains, partially mummified, scattered, exposed to the elements. It was Mitrice, but instead of bringing closure, it only made the case darker. Her clothes were missing. Her bones were found in unusual positions. The scene was mishandled, documented poorly, moved improperly, and passed off as accidental. Nothing added up. Not then. Not now. How did Mitrice travel deep into the treacherous canyon with no shoes? Did she wander off in a disoriented state? Or did someone follow her into the darkness that night? Why did the sheriff's department release a vulnerable young woman into dangerous terrain after midnight? And why were so many opportunities to protect her ignored? The mystery of what happened after Mitrice walked into the night remains unsolved. Her mother still fights for justice. Her family still demands answers. And the world still asks, why was Mitrice Richardson released into danger, alone, at midnight? Because sometimes the scariest part of a crime story is not what we don't know, but what should have never happened in the first place.